Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and I'm doing something really weird tonight. Like, really weird. Like, not like normal weird, not like Chris Perillo weird. Different. Maybe it's not weird. Different. I think different is fair. Different is the right way to frame what it is I'm doing. I'm streaming. That is weird, certainly. Very different. Because, normally I don't stream at this time. No, I've been watching cartoons, or I've had cartoons on in the background pretty much all day, and so I just let it continue to play. Normally, at this time, we've got the dancing banana, of course. That's also normal. That's not weird. I'm done, right? I finish whatever it is that I'm watching in the background, and it's focusing on what's going on, saying hello, welcoming everybody once again into the Play Shop, including JB Jaws, Hostaris, Krillin64, DWit 3D, big fan, 2019, Ashmo9, good to see you again, Joe Foe, 7337 Comic Age Clothing. I know there are a few people that I've missed here, including Astra Printer, who was deciding whether or not he was going to join or continue to work. And I say, join. You never know what's going to come up. But, here's the thing. If you find work more interesting than me, just don't tell me. Thank you. Just don't do that. Hello, Mustang. Love your AT-AT Saber. It is awesome. And Lon Milk Lover, always fun to see you here as well. Joshua XP, appreciate having you. Who else do we have to say hello to? Rise of the Podcast was also here during the preview window, quite possibly. And everybody else. Who am I missing? Oh, Equalizer. Fair enough. Says, I'm a 7-month-old developing fetus. Okay, this is a new demographic that's usually focused on absorbing nutrients from amniotic fluid, as well you should. Very important. Not Chris Perillo's typical demographic, but wow, this makes me want to be born. Well, you know what? I am honored to have you here. I remember when I was an embryo, I did not have the internet. We had the whole the cord situation, but it was not Ethernet compatible, so I couldn't actually connect to anything, and Wi-Fi wasn't a thing, so didn't have dial-up back when I was an embryo. So Equalizer, you are privileged. I'll say that you live with privilege if you're connected to the internet as a 7-month-old developing fetus. So congratulations. I'm glad you're tuned in. By the way, shout out to Nerdy Curious and to DWit 3D. Now, speaking of shout outs, I reached out to Fucho the Clown and
Joshua_XP_cheered X100. Today in Star Wars history in 1976, the principal photography for Star Wars began in Tozeur, Tunisia.
Nice, Tunisia. I know someone who's gone there like a few times, specifically for Star Wars, like no other reason but Star Wars. Nerdy Curious, they were just streaming a little while ago, and they rated that Blurred girl. I think that's her name, the Blurred. So I was listening to her for a while, and I didn't realize she authored a book, a Marvel book, something about the Dora Milaje. How do you say it? The guards from Wakanda, something about Wakandans. That was a pretty fascinating conversation. So I followed her based upon the recommendation from Nerdy Curious. That Blurred girl, did I get that right, Nerdy Curious? So I was saying, okay, let me go ahead and prove this. Thank you, Joshua, by the way, for the awesome, calendar reminder. I appreciate it. Lon Milk Lover notes, null umbilical cable speed is nominal but functional. Yeah, it's true. Like, I got my nutrients, no doubt about that. It's just that it was nothing in terms of upload and download. Like is that the umbilical cord? Is that that connects to you in the? I still have like my port, my Ethernet port. Here. That's my Ethernet port. Mm-hmm. Yes. And in case you're wondering, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. That is my Ethernet port. Hello, Jersey Labs. Mustang says, I've reignited his love for 3D printing. Hey, I'm so happy to see that. I'm very happy to see that. Thank you so much.
News 65, Tang 28 cheered X100.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for the cheer. But more than that cheer, I mean, it's very appreciated. Don't get me wrong. Just saying that, like me just farting around with a 3D printer could nudge people that direction. Now you're looking at this cylinder and you're thinking, Chris, why are you printing this boring cylinder? No. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you an overhead view. Here, give me a second. Hopefully this is not too wobbly. Do you see the it looks like a gear? That's because it's imperial shaped. As in, it's going to have the imperial insignia as a lid. So I'm printing this off specifically for Diana because she likes little containers because it's silver, so it'll be awesome. And you can see in the background, I still have the Lego bricks from yesterday. Sometimes I don't... Oh, look at my knuckles. Hey, everybody, look at my hairy knuckles. And I wasn't lying either. I told you I was watching He-Man back here. So I actually have... There's a He-Man cartoon that is playing in my play shop right now. Just so you know. Here's my big camera. I believe in cameras with large screens. Because I like large screens. So I'm printing this little container that's an Empire-styled Imperial insignia. Print Bunny, I believe is her handle, modeled this, or created it, crafted it, and Liz told me about it. I'm like, dude, cool. So I'm printing it, and I'm also going to print the Rebel one as well. Probably the Rebel one tomorrow. I got to print the lid possibly tonight during the broadcast. For real. So, Mustang, I'm happy to have inspired you to get back into it. That's awesome. Hey, H. Christoph, good to see you again. Astroprinter says that's a non-standard connection. You'll never get a dongle for that. Well, I'm not the one who's trying to connect from, the womb. That's the person who was saying that they were. I mean, I'd imagine it's legitimate. Because, why would someone pretend to be an embryo to say that watching the stream makes them want to be born? Why would someone do that? Realistically. I think people have better things to do with their lives, Hello, Maker Viking. Good to see ya. It's a diorama of the TMNT front door. Not quite Rise of the Podcast. Close. By the way, shout out to Maker Viking. I was going to mention, and shout out to Darth Gallum. All the streamers are here tonight. I let Future the Clown know, because he had programmed that bot, right? I let him know that, I could help him, or wanted to help him. Hey, Stone Monkey Research, good to see you again. Stone Monkey Research, shout out to you. No problem for the shout out. Absolutely, anytime. I pinged him. I was able to get a hold of him, and over Discord, and he was basically running the script on an old computer. So I said, well, I have an old one lying around. Hey, Incendium, good to see you. Welcome back to the Play Shop. Hello! I hope you enjoy all the new emotes. Hello! As a sub, you get to enjoy all the new awesome emotes, all the Star Wars emotes. And so more are coming, for sure. JB Jaws 98 is currently printing a 13-hour print. Really? What is it? Do share. It's 13 hours. It's got to be good. So I'm going to be, just so everyone knows, I'm going to be sending Future the Clown a system. It's an older system, but it checks out. No, it is an older system that has been largely lying around untouched, unused. And so I'm going to be sending it to him, not just because of his support for the stream, but because he basically crafted the auto shoutout script. And I'm like, that it's been incredibly helpful. So, it's laying around doing nothing. Future's been very supportive. And, I was like, you know what? It's great that he has it, and I kind of miss not having it in the chat. So, he's going to be getting a new computer system, and the auto shoutouts will be returning soon enough. JB Jaws is printing a wheelchair cup holders. Oh man, I'm telling you, the practical uses of printing are through the roof. You can count even what I'm printing now. It's Star Warsy, but it's also practical. It's a container. I can hardly contain myself. I can't wait for the container to be done. So I can only imagine how you feel, JB Jaws. Hello, Hutch's Makerspace. Hello, Goffleg. Good to see you. Hope everything is going well over there. Our week is definitely underway. It is Tuesday. Tuesday, as some people say. Do you say Tuesday or Tuesday? Tuesday or Tuesday? I do Tuesday. But I've heard some people call it Tuesday. Hello, Lady Burrito 88 from Rise of the Podcast. Happy to have tuned in the other day when you guys and gals were doing the show. I did not mean to derail you, but happy to have, because it's kind of what I do. Sith Lord Brit, good to see you. Sith Lord Brit was streaming in a conversation between her and Breaks and Makes. And I let everybody know last night, and I also reminded people on Twitter that
we have a Brit. The Sith Lord Brit has requested your presence immediately. Sincerely, Sith Lord Brit the Third.
So I hopefully that pushed a couple of people. I also hosted the conversation. So hopefully that pushed a few more people your direction, Brit. I appreciate you making the effort to do stuff like that. And of course he is also on Twitch, although I don't see him as much. Twitch is you got to find a groove for Twitch, you know. You really got to find it. H. Christoph says, claws for a hydraulic arm water is what we'll print soon at school. Well, H. Christoph, that's an amazing print. Equalizer asks, how does a printed item compare with a manufactured item in regards to strength? That, by and large, depends. I'm serious. It's not cut and dry. There are some filaments that are stronger in terms of tensile strength. And many times it could be related to the model. And sometimes it's related to the infill, like the actual filament inside the walls, if you will, the external perimeter. So the variables are just that. They are variables. So, you know, on the weaker points, you may have issues. So, for example, this is something I printed last night. You saw me printing it. It's a protocol droid, articulated protocol droid, a little C-3PO. And for the most part, it's going to do everything. It's not going to be a figure that we're going to be playing with, but it's just going to stand there. So, you know, you can pose it, it stands there, and the head turns and everything. And I would say for the most part, it's going to be fine. But if I drop it and it hits a weak part on the knee, there's a possibility that it's going to shatter. The way around that is not necessarily adjusting the model. It's specifically, because I went with a 10% infill, which I feel is just what I need it to be. But if I really wanted to make sure it wasn't likely going to break, what I would do is probably print at 100% infill using more filament, but of course making it a bit completely thick through and through, like completely. So a lot of it really depends, Equalizer. That's a difficult, it's not a blanket statement. There's a lot of variables there. Oh, so he took a Twitch break. Good to know. Thank you so much, Britt. Like I said, I appreciate. I wish I could have hung out a little longer than I did, but I love the fact that you were having and hosting the conversation. So he's going to be back this Thursday. Awesome. Mustang is digging the vibes tonight. I'm glad, because I try to have good vibes, conversational vibes, and it's largely contingent on how chat's feeling. I know. It seems routine, but you know, I look forward to talking. It's like, you know, here's how I feel my stream is. This is what I'm doing right now. This is a window in my world. I got some stuff I'm going to show you. I got some. I purchased some items from a friend. Purchased because I mean there was some value to them. I look forward to this time almost as though it was like happy hour. Like we were just hanging out at a bar, just chilling. Music's playing in the background. We're just geeking out about one thing or another. That's my vibe. That is totally my vibe. And then wacky things happen, and then we kind of go that direction. Astroprinter notes as far as the qualifier, asking about you know, how strong these things are. Well, it largely depends. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully. Thank you, Astroprinter. Appreciate your expertise. So many ways of doing this. JB, this is a Polymaker Silver PLA. This is what I've been printing with. Let me go ahead. Bang Polymaker in chat. We'll get you the Amazon link for it. Audio shared between Chris and listening to my son call a baseball game on YouTube Live. Really? Wait, your son is like umping? I think I umped once. Thank you, H. Christoph. That is exactly the trigger. That was the trigger we were looking for. Triggered! So I look forward to just not having to worry about chatting and talking just spending time and seeing where the conversation goes. Much like it would be if you were you wouldn't like you'd schedule a time to go to the bar together, right? You'd schedule a time to go out together, but you'd follow the conversation wherever it led, and that is my feel. That's how I've always enjoyed doing live streams. Just taking it whichever turn, whichever direction it goes. So, you bought the brass, silver, and gold 3-pack. Oh yes, I haven't tried the brass yet, and I don't think I have the gold. I'm pretty sure I don't have the gold. Fairly confident. I mean, I could be wrong, but I've got a few of them that I'm waiting to start printing with. I've just been addicted to the silver, which is that's my problem. That's you start printing, and then you can't stop. And I know there are many of them that I would like to print with, but this is like one of those things that the silver is just too good. It's just too good. Don't you feel me? Oh, man. You could print more colors if you had a second printer. I know, Rise of the Podcast. Everyone says that. Everyone says that. Everybody says that. Everybody. But, it happens. Yeah, the copper, I have it's a brass or a copper color from Polymaker. I'm kind of going through a few models that I think would go well in silver, but then I'm going to move on to another filament. I mean, because this is like one of those filaments that you keep printing with and you can't stop. And I know full well that Diana likes little containers for like various things, and it'd be kind of it'd be pretty cool to have as this little surprise, because you don't find enough Star Wars things out there that are practical. I mean, they do exist, but sometimes they're not in the color you want, what have you. You're beyond happy you printed a locking bed level system when I used to have to trim my bed every 3 days. Oh, see, Jersey Lab, I don't tweak anything. Brad S. Brad. Oh, we have a Brad in our midst. I didn't know that. Hello, Brad. Hi, Brad. I guess we know who you are. How you been? Just get a Palette Pro 3, and you have 8 colors. Well, can you do something like that on a Prusa Mini? 8. I can imagine going 2 color, maybe 3, but like 8? I can't imagine. Darth Gallum, like I said, I'm very happy that Liz linked me. I know she's not here right now. She's eating supper, and kind of taking some time, which is totally fine. She linked me off to this. Print Bunny had modeled this. I don't know how long ago, but I didn't know this existed. Or maybe I did and totally forgot about it. Mustang using those emotes. The Emperor frying things. I got a beer. It's a nice beer. Oh, I said supper, Liz. Give me credit. I said supper. I have to ask, is Star Trek a bad word in here? No, absolutely not. Live long and prosper. Tonight, I'll be watching the next episode of Picard now that Discovery is wrapped. Very much looking forward to Strange New Worlds. There, I just name-checked three active Trek shows, or soon-to-be active Trek shows that I'd be watching. So, I love Star Trek. I love it in so far as if there's a new Trek that's out, I'm going to watch it. The cartoons, not as much, but the live action stuff, absolutely. And like I said, there's a new Picard, so I was looking forward to that now that Discovery wrapped. It's a real thing. Is 3D printing an expensive hobby? No, it doesn't have to be. I'd say no more expensive than the average PC and gaming. I mean, you use electricity. You could buy filament, but consider, like, if I like collecting. So, printing the trinkety stuff. I'm like JB, right? Like, I like printing the trinkety stuff. Is it JB, correct? JB? Did I get that right from memory? Still getting to know you, buddy. No more expensive than any other hobby, quite honestly. 3D printing is cheaper than golfing. Well, I don't golf at all. Not even close. Incendium Notes really has to start watching the new Star Trek. You do. Oh, my God. Okay, Discovery, yes. Picard. Now, as much as one of our mods liked Season 1, I thought Season 1 was okay, but Season 2 of Picard is, like, on fire. Fire. DeWitt says, awesome. A logical answer. I will say this, DeWitt. The answer to that question is one of my favorite Star Trek accounts to follow on Twitter is Swear Trek. If you do not follow Swear Trek, you're doing Star Trek wrong. Swear Trek is the account to follow. So every so often I will I'll retweet a good Swear Trek. Swear Trek. It's the best. I love Swear Trek. 3D printing is cheaper than gaming. Well, see, there you go. JB even notes. Buying 1 kg of filament gets you almost 1 kg of items. See, there you go. As Project 454 notes. If I were to buy a container, I'd have to wait for the container to exist, and this might sell retail for like $10. Maybe, and now I've got something that's equally as good in a color that I wanted that I can print ad infinitum. Could print as a gift, potentially, saving money there. So, it depends on where you spend your money. Chris has exactly one more printer than he does. Yeah, Mark, it's going to happen. Keep saving your pennies. Or maybe we'll do it. Get lucky. I'll line up a giveaway sponsor again. Stone Monkey Research redeemed Truth or Dare. Okay, Truth. Stone Monkey Research, Truth. Now, I have the ability to say whether or not I'm going to give you the truth. I do reserve that. I do. It's not a giant tuna can. It is a Star Wars themed. Here, I'll lift the perspective again. It's going to have the Imperial insignia as a lid or a container. So it's basically an Imperial container, for the lack of a better anything. Crawl in notes as I flip back to this view here. Crawl in says you can start to learn for probably 300. Crawling, you're not too far from the truth. Focus has been a huge win for a lot of people around here, and you could probably get started for less than 300. Crawlin notes 3D printing is like any hobby. You can do it as inexpensive as you want, or you can make it as expensive as you like. And you know what? And that's fair. That is very accurate. Very accurate. And so one of the reasons I've kept to just doing or holding on to just one printer is, one, I don't want to maintain everything. I just want to maintain one thing. And this is the one thing I want to maintain. It's space. What would I print? Like if I didn't have, if I wasn't using it constant, like this printer I'm using constantly. I mean, you see me printing something every night, right? Astra Printer's doing a focus giveaway. Oh, okay, Astra Printer, let me know when exactly. Everyone needs to follow Astra Printer. So again, here is a shout out. Astro Printer. He's doing a focus giveaway in a few weeks. That's awesome. And Focus was just here last night, yes? It was Dora, I think. Must have been Dora. I told her, though, that I said, I only have one printer. And I ended up giving the printer they sent off to a neighbor to try to get them going into 3D printing. So I don't have it, here with me directly. But my hope is that, that I don't know, I haven't followed up to see if they'd still be interested in giving more away. I don't have the space for a laser printer, and I'm still on the fence as far as resin is concerned. So, hey, it's the left-handed crocheter. Shout out to the left-handed crocheter. I did not have a chance to watch everything she was crocheting over on her channel earlier. So let's give her a shout out, shall we? I think I did that right. Shout out to left-handed crocheter. There are Star Wars character. I'm bringing it back to Star Wars. There are Star Wars characters who that you can crochet. You can. Me, I would have to commission you crocheting it. My brother crochets. He's done crochet before. In fact, my daughter's first Baby Yoda was a crocheted Baby Yoda. Crawlin notes, I love resin, but you need a hardcore ventilation. Needed. I don't know what anyone tells you. Yes, it's true. Ventilation. So if I set up anywhere around here, resin, it would be in the laundry room where the fan is going 24/7. So again, I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure where resin is with me yet. I'm not sure. I'm not there. Although it would be interesting to have a mod that, had like an air filtration system on the resin printer. That'd be pretty cool. Rise of the Podcast says the Death Star was an Imperial container of sorts. True. Why did I not think of that? I looked up there was a Death Star egg, and I printed it once, I think in gold, a Death Star egg. And it's, oh, look at that. We got a raid. Thank you so much, Left-Handed.
_handed_crocheter rated my stream with 2 viewers.
Thank you. We've got a raid. What's this? I've been raided? Wow. Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! Hey, that was a seamless transition, wouldn't you say? That was seamless. So did Left-Hand Crocheter, did she hear what I was saying? There are Star Wars characters that can be crocheted. And see, was it smooth, Alberta? I got you a shout out, Alberta. Hey, how you doing? Hope your stream went well. Sorry I could not hang as much as I like to, especially when I'm starting to stage. But I definitely want to pop in and say hello when I can to the streamers that I know are there, and that we kind of share the same foundation of people, for the lack of a better word. Very happy to have you there. Want to thank you're so slow at the tech site. Hey, Left-Handed Crocheter. The beautiful thing about Twitch is you don't have to be a tech expert to figure out how to use it, and that you can use it to connect with people. It's one of the reasons why I've been a fan for, a number of years with live streaming. It's bringing the power of this type of technology to the masses. And I will say this, Left-Handed Crocheter, like I said, my brother crochets as well, and I've sent him a few Star Wars crochet kits. I'm like, hey, if I send these to you, will you crochet them? But he gets busy, and that's what I have to do. I'm like, I can't do it, but I can hope and commission or send crocheting kits off to crocheters. Me, not so much. And by the way, my brother is also a left-handed crocheter. I'm right-handed, though. DeWitt dropping the sugar. Pour some sugar on. Wait, I never heard the truth. We had a truth or dare from Stone Monkey Research, and I said truth. Did I get the truth question? Maybe I missed it. Maybe it flew right over my head. I apologize. Stone Monkey Research says, I mentioned Chris Perillo in my stream earlier, and he miraculously started to lurk. I'm telling you, I'm listening. I hear all. Not to be creepy. You'll have to crochet some Star Wars stuff. There's actual kits. Hey, Paxi Prime, great to see you. MagTech, awesome. Perillo, hello. Everybody, some warm Perillo hellos for Paxi Prime and MagTech popping in here. Use those emotes, people. Use them. I'm not going to say use them or lose them, but, use them. Because that's what they're there for. They're there to be used. Me? Don't use me. I don't want to be used. I'm not I'm not a printer. I appear in every stream you're in. Well, Comic Age, here's why. Because you tweet. And I'm watching Twitter. I'm like, oh, so-and-so. Let me just pop in for a couple of minutes. Kind of lurk in the background as background noise. Paxi Prime got a Grogu collar for Cat. Came in today. It's cute, but I need to make it smaller because it's a little big on him. Oh, Chewy.com has done a pretty good job with Star Wars stuff as of late. There you go, Kevin Always Dies. There you go, Rise of the Podcast. There you go. There you go. Zero Cool. Tuesday's going well in the sense that I survived. I'm printing a imperial container, an imperial container. I'm going to put it in Diana's room. We'll see how long it takes for her to figure out it's there, which is dangerous because she has the propensity for sticking things in containers that I wish she wouldn't stick in containers. Like, can we not hide things? That'd be great. Alberta 3D using that lightsaber. Use it. It's a big lightsaber there. Alberta 3D. Huge. Mustang says Astroprinter has helped you fix some 3D printing issues. He's someone to trust. His Astroprinter has helped more than a few people through their 3D printing problems. It was so hard to break away from Ash. Said hi. Glad you introduced us to her yesterday. Kevin Always Dies. Dude, if I raid someone, more often than not, they're worth listening to. In one way, and sometimes the raids, not everybody's cup of tea. They're doing one thing or another. They may align with your ideas or not, but that's the thing, is it's why I like raiding new people or different people and having this wide array of people to raid. That's my choice. That's my preference. The more people that I connect with here on Twitch, especially people who have similar interests. I like retro. Met Ash when she popped in here based on somebody else's recommendation. That's how I met Ash. So you never know how the connection's made. I mean, that's I think the beauty of Twitch is not just me sitting here and babbling and the cheers and the subs and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love that. But it's specifically connecting with other people, making those connections. They have an adorable bassinet like the Mandalorian pet bed. You want it? See, I've purchased a few things from... We don't have a pet right now, but I have purchased a few things from Chewy. I have. Were you able to find any of the Star Wars containers from Costco? I haven't gone back yet. I do it like once a week, maybe? Maybe Zero Cool, so it'll probably be heading in Thursday or Friday, just to see if they're in yet. I'm hoping they have those, though. Zero Cool. It's on my list. Astroprinter says, last time you tried to raid me, we broke Twitch. Sorry about that, Astroprinter. It was a mistake, but don't worry. You will have more raids coming your direction. And you too, left-handed crocheter. You too. Hey, Hoser. How you doing, Howable? How you doing? How you doing? Truth question for Chris Perlow. Favorite non-Star Wars sci-fi? Well, Star Wars is more fantasy than sci-fi. If you're going to get technical, sci-fi. I don't know, man. There's so much good sci-fi that I've watched. Movies, series. I got to think about that. You may have to, name some, and then I'm like, yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, Paxi Prime, there are new Star Wars containers, not Pyrex, but smaller containers that I was looking for when I went in, and ours didn't have them, so I'm hoping they will have them. Hey, Dark Toiler, now that you're here, I can showcase what I got. Hey, Howable. Doing well? Good. I'm doing well, too. Doctor Who? I got into Doctor Who, but I kind of fell away after Tennant. I watched Smith and a bit of Capaldi, but then I was just like, yeah, I don't know. But it kind of played out. So I know I need to get into it again. If you found out that I, as a young and confused Gamorrean, hung out at Jabba's palace for a time, would you be understanding or sentence me to the Sarlacc pit? I'd welcome you. 990. Why not? Come on. I'm a nice guy. You gotta understand, I feel I'm a nice guy. At what point is 3D printing just a hobby, and at what point do you start printing your own toothbrush and forks? Some people do. I don't know about toothbrushes, but you could print your own forks in PETG or a plastic that, could be used as like a dining utensil. I don't know what that line is. I mean, you can print so many practical things, not just dining utensils. Bakelite. So let me show you what I got. 3D printing is an obsession. This is according to Astroprinter. You know it's an obsession. Calvin Klein. I had a friend tweet the other day. He was selling some Star Wars figures, Dark Toy Lord. Now, some of these are not necessarily rare. Oh yeah, Black Mirror is awesome. Loved Black Mirror. Loved sex robots. Loved Electric Sheep. Similar style content. Good stuff. Hey, Breaking Oz 96, hello, and good evening to you. Black Mirror is a must-watch. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Amazing Stories back in the day. Not the new Amazing Stories on Apple TV+, but like the old Amazing Stories that aired on NBC. Or to a lesser degree, maybe even Tales from the Crypt. Yeah, Black Mirror was good. Black Mirror is a must-watch. Yes, thumbs up about Black Mirror. For sure, dude. For sure. Good stories. I love those types of stories. Zero Cool says, if I started a 3D print, I'd want to do airplanes. Zero Cool, do it. What are you waiting for? Astro Printer is going to be giving away a printer here in the next couple of weeks or so, he says. Maybe we'll give away one at some point in the future. And remember, Mondays and Fridays, we're giving away filament. FYI. The mantra of most 3D printers is that it is, if you can print it, you do. Even if it takes 3 days and costs even more to make it. Now, see, I don't do that. I'm like a believer in, this is fine, but I'm not going to waste the filament. I can buy something quicker and it will be better. Maybe the better question would be worst sci-fi I've ever watched. I'm going to say The Expanse because I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it through. I tried twice, and I'm like, I can't do this. As much as I want to do it, I can't do it. Amazing Stories from the 80s. You remember Zero Cool. You remember. Check out new series called From. Okay, that's the first reference I've had for that MagTech. Where is that available from? Watching that on Epix. Pretty good, scary new show. I'm not into the scary stuff as much. I've not read the Expanse books either in Incendium. So here's what I got, Dark Toy Lord. I don't know if Kurt's here, so I don't know. I mean, I may have to hold him up again. But a Clone Commander. I want to say this is Gree. Or close to it. Isn't that? No, was that Gree? Anyway, carded. $5 a piece. Bly. Yep. Bly. Kurt is here? Okay. Then I'm gonna hold these up carefully. Because I basically got these for $5 a piece. Which in my mind is just it's a really good price for any kind of clone figure. I mean the series itself, let's see if I can rotate it just right. There's Bly for Kurt to grab. Come on, grab it, Kurt. Grab it. I don't think it's green. Green was like a solid green. This has just got green highlights. It's just a regular old commander. Hello, Hollywood. Hello. See, when you pop into the chat, you got to use the emote. You've got to use the emote. Also got another clone commander. This is a red one. Again, he had posted these on Twitter. And he's like, hey, I'm selling these, and name your price. I'm like, well, I didn't want to offend him. So I said, what about $5 a piece? He's like, sure. This one, I'm not really, the Clone Pilot, not necessarily my favorite out of all this line. It's out of focus. Sorry. Okay, there we go. There's this one, the Clone Pilot. Thank you, Kurt, for directing me. Let's try it again. There's the red, hopefully in focus. With battle gear. Because we all need battle gear. Who among us? Wait. Did he send? He should have sent 2. There may be another package that's coming soon. Because, so the red one. Just in case you didn't get the red one. By the way, speaking of shows, did y'all watch Snowpiercer? Wow. It's getting good. Snowpiercer is getting so good. And then last in this package, he must have sent 2, because I know I've got more coming. An ATRT driver. So I've 3D printed an ATRT before. With a missile-firing blaster. The way I look at it is you can't have enough clones. That's the way I look at it. Can't have enough. So I think he's sending another package. So there may be more of those, or there should be more of those coming soon. Should. Crunchy Weasel asks, Snowpiercer, the movie or show? Show. The movie's good. But the show is even better. The show has had so many twists and turns. The show is awesome. Awesome. Your favorite Amazing Stories was the airplane with the cartoon wheels. I remember that one, Dark Toy Lord. Yes. And like mentally, I always Dark Toy Lord, I always like mix up that Amazing Story with Memphis Belle. Because they were similar types of planes, if you remember. Darth Gallimask. But what was an AT-AT pilot? AT-AT pilot? They didn't make one in that series. But I trust me, I grab them. Speak softly and carry an AT-AT driver. Hollywood always wears his battle gear. Oh my god, just watch the trailer. From looks awesome. Okay, so wait, where's From? Where's From on? Oh, it's on Epix? Do I even have Epix? I don't know if I have Epix. Now I have to check. Waiting for the season to finish so I can binge watch it. Mystery Goat, here's my problem. I'm watching certain shows that stop like mid-season. And like they only release half the season. Like that's just so dumb. Like I don't know if I'm going to remember or know when new episodes are dropped. It's kind of anger-inducing, honestly. I'm like, if you're going to drop the season, drop the damn season. As opposed to like, cutting me off like right in the middle. Never watched the new Snowpiercer? Oh yeah, dude, I can't be the only one who likes it. Hollywood. The movie's okay, but the series I really enjoyed it. It's one of the very few network series that I watch. One of the very few, if only. Yeah, the movie was weird as hell. The series is a little better. Alberta notes, thanks again for supporting the wife. Left-handed crocheter, absolutely. 3/5 of the way to the affiliate now. Hey, we'll keep her going, Alberta. We'll keep her going. Apple TV. From is on Apple TV. From. Oh, your creature pack is going to be tomorrow. Oh my god. I think mine must be shipping. I'm looking forward to the Minoc, even though I already had one. Didn't have one to open. As well as the Bogling, correct? From Jedi Fallen Order. Half seasons are the worst. Astropreneur. It's anger-inducing. Did I ever watch the 80s, that 80s TV show? No, I never got it. I didn't even get into that 70s show. Don't understand that for these short season shows they did with Discovery this year. It kind of upsets me. Discovery I'll tune into again, but like they just did that with Upload on Amazon. I'm like, why? They did that with Ozark on Netflix. I'm like, why? Yeah, see, Howable is also waiting on the Ozark finale. It's just, it's confusing. It's confusing. Oh, no worries, big sports fan. Happy to hear it. There's a video circulating actually on Twitter of a truck getting caught up in a tornado. Okay, this is gonna be dangerous. Okay, from TV series. Where is it? But where is it? Oh. From. Yes. Where is it? Is it horror? How have I not heard of From? Where? I'm looking. Is this the thing on that Flix you were talking about? Yeah, Epix. Okay. From Epix. I don't think I have Epix. I don't think I have it. Do I have Epix? Oh, come on. I'm checking out. I'm seeing if I have Epix. Oh, I do. Okay. So, From. All right. So, we'll add that series. I'm going to add From. I'll give it a shot. Thank you for the recommendation. Always looking forward to recommendations. They said the show V. What about V? Sorry, I missed that. Hello, chunky nuts. I hope your nuts are very chunky. Because, otherwise, if you have, like, deflated nuts, not so much fun. You saw it on Apple TV Plus. From? Okay, weird. Oh, the V show from the 80s? Well, I watched the V show from the 80s. I watched that with my dad. Oh, no, not that 80s show. The show is called V. Yes. Yeah. V. I watched V. I did watch V. That truck is amazing that it got away. You saw the tweet then, Comic Age Clothing. Kind of crazy. That would be like an advertisement to never move to the Midwest. Is because of storms. I can't handle them. Cannot. Yeah, Hollywood, I already had a Bogling. I think this was a different Bogling. But, it's nice to have extra characters. Just like, more Porg, if you will. The main guy on it was from one of the main guys on Lost. V, The Final Battle. Well, I remember V, The Final Battle was the ultimate V series. It was about those lizard people. No, it's not just about those lizard people look like humans come from Earth. It's like the lizard people who eat guinea pigs. I remember the woman named Diana ate guinea pigs, and she and then they had the lizard skin, right? But I remember like another girl who was she was impregnated. A woman was impregnated, and she gave birth to 2 babies. One was a like, for all intents and purposes, a human, except it had like a forked tongue. And then the second baby crawled out of her on its own. And the only thing I remember was like thinking it looked like a baby Gamorrean guard. So Return of the Jedi must have been out. That creeped me out. Like the baby Gamorrean guard basically crawled out of the womb from V. So I remember V. It was like, and I watched those scenes again as an adult, thinking, God, it looked more realistic than it was. Because I look at a lot of that 80s stuff again, it is so cheesy. Never watched Jericho, Mystery Goats. Chunky Nuts, I have not watched Forged in Fire. Not that I know of. Not yet, at least. I mean, I'm always willing to pick up a new series. DeWitt, totally with you. I was hooked on Severance about 2nd episode in. Severance is a good watch on Apple TV+. No fromage, Groggy Nod. And by the way, shout out to Groggy Nod. Sorry if I'm behind in chat here. Another show coming on Epix, April 1st, Billy the Kid. See, I've never even really heard of Epix. Haven't started Yellowstone, because I can't find a channel I subscribe to that has it. Hello, Aranella. Hello. Good to see you. Donovan, says Crunchy Weasel. Is that the name of a show? You had Diana's poster in your room, Zero Cool? Wow, you are a nerd. Which is awesome.
Silver Sunbeam cheered X100.
Thank you, Silver Sunbeam. I appreciate the cheer. Kevin Always Dies is with me. That birth season scared the crap out of me. Yeah, I'm telling you. Kevin Always Dies when the forked tongue come out. You remember, like, this is just like seared in my brain. Like, oh my God. As a kid, it was so realistic. And now if I watch it, I'm like, yeah, that's not realistic at all. So I can only imagine like what my daughter's going through when she sees this stuff. It was the one where she's holding the gun and half her face is gone, showing the lizard face. V, I have a feeling, is going to make a comeback at some point. Flashbacks, I didn't want to remember V. Oh, I'm telling you. Here's a good one. You're going to watch Ragnarok. I think I've heard of that. I know it's not Thor Ragnarok, but I mean, if it looks like an interesting series, I'll pick it up. Hey, big sports fan. Didn't have a Porg. Oh, really? Really wanted it for Salacious Crumb and Jabba. Yeah, the Kowakian monkey lizards. I need those too as well. Watch 1883. Yeah, MagTech, every time I go to watch one of them, I can't watch from like season 1 on. Oh, Donovan was the main good guy. Thank you, Zero Cool. I needed that as a reference. Kevin Always Dies says, I was like, oh, what a cute baby. Then the forked tongue came out. I remember just being so freaked out. It's a baby, and I remember it was in the middle, and it was like, and like, oh my God, not expecting that. And I remember watching it with my dad. There are very few other moments in V that I remember, but I do remember that particular scene. It was haunting. The scene where the baby Gamorrean guard comes crawling out. That in my child brain, that's how it looks. And then, like I said, I go back and watch the old 80s stuff thinking, How the hell did I think this was believable? But we didn't know any better. Yeah. So the birth scene, that's what threw me off. Is there anything in particular you may be looking for going to a Toy-Con this weekend? Keep an eye out. You know, Hollywood in 3D, I usually look for good deals. I mean, the figures, I'm always a fan of those. You know, I like picking up loose figures, especially the more rare ones, especially for a good price. It's difficult to say, Hollywood, especially for the toy shows, but I always look forward to them because you never know. You never know what you're going to find. Astroprinter saying Manimal. No, I'm telling you, it was beyond Manimal. This was a lizard baby. Can't wait for Thundercats to be made as... Is that going to happen? Hang on. MagTech. Is Thundercats going to be made as a movie? Has that been optioned? Is that for real? Is that going to be happening? Because, like, wow. Yes. Sign me up. I would love to see better... I've never seen Manimal, if that's a show. Sorry, I don't remember that. I'm good with the Thundercats movie. I'm good with anything that, I mean, there's so many things that I feel could be rebooted or redone, reinvigorated. Thundercats is right up there. Favorite anime of the 80s, Robotech or Captain Harlock? Never heard of Harlock. Knew of Robotech, but didn't do a lot of the anime stuff. Not so much. Yeah, I mean, when you were in the 80s, you only had so much. And now it's like, I'm sitting here, like I said, I was mentioning this at the beginning of the stream. If you did not, I'm happy to send everybody down memory lane. Let me show everybody in the PIP. I'm actually watching on mute old Masters of the Universe cartoons. So I have, you know, some fun 80s cartoons, you know, old cartoons playing in the background as I'm streaming. In the middle of streaming, I've got Skeletor and He-Man and Orko and everybody in the background. Not that I normally do that. It's just that I started watching them today. It's like, just have it on in the background. Briscoe County Jr. I remember that show. I remember of the show. The original The Fog. I do... Astroprinter, assume I do not want a single scary show. Assume that. Old or new. I'm not into the scary stuff. Crunchy Weasel, I was also a huge Mask fan. I loved the toys. We were talking about them the other day. Mask is something that I think is ripe for a reboot. Ripe. In fact, it's kind of shocking that Hasbro hasn't done something with Mask. And they've done G.I. Joe, right? And they're playing that out. And they're doing He-Man. They're playing that out. Well, I guess He-Man is Mattel, not Hasbro. Oh, you're hoping they make a Thundercats soon, yeah. There's a lot of 80s nostalgia that but here's the problem. If they redo that stuff and they don't do it well, it's more upsetting. It's like the Transformers movies. There was so much promise and potential, but honestly, the Transformers movies didn't do it for me. Bumblebee was fine. Bumblebee was fine. But yeah, you know, beyond that, I've been wanting that. I've been wanting. Never watched Space Above and Beyond. Zero cool. All you gotten from Hasbro is 2 different versions of G.I. Joe Matte Tracker. I missed one of the Matte Trackers. I wanted to get, it was like $50. I can't remember what it was. It was like a multi-pack, but it was a 3.75 inch scale, super articulated Matte Tracker. And I didn't get it. I wanted it, but I didn't get it. I was like, yeah, it'd be great. I would love to see a series of Mask figures. Love. Oh my God. What was the worst live-action adaptation of a cartoon series? Well, someone would argue that the Masters of the Universe movie from the 80s was probably that. It was a radical departure. I enjoyed it for the campiness, but like beyond just seeing, oh, it's He-Man and Gwildor and Teela and Man-at-Arms. Yeah, it was, and Skeletor. I feel that the He-Man movie missed the mark. You broke down and pre-ordered a wave of Marvel Legends today. See, I collect the Marvel Legends Retro series, the 5 POA Retro. That's my line. I know I'm the only one who collects the 5 POA stuff. Or I may be the only one who collects the 3.75-inch scale stuff. I must be. And I print it too, right? You know, I'm like, oh look, I've got this, you know, and Midnight Smith is printing out some resin figures for me as well. Super Mario Brothers was the worst. I don't remember seeing that movie. What about Dungeons and Dragons from Saturday morning cartoons? I remember watching bits and pieces, and sometimes like on Saturday mornings I'll have that cartoon playing on the TV in the background, but I don't watch through. Very rarely do I sit and watch those episodes, but I'm getting better at having, like I said, I got Cringer up on the screen right now, having those cartoons kind of playing in the background all the time, because I've got the TV, you know, I've got bandwidth, or at least some bandwidth to play this stuff. So I'll play it, but it's more like luck of the draw. I don't seek it out. King 3D's Nuts is saying, I want to print a mini Darth Vader. Can I recommend one? Oh, yeah. Well, there's a few Darth Vaders. Ooh, hang on. My print's done. Someday my print will be done. Hey!
Dude_Blight89 just gifted 2 subs.
Thank you for gifting 2 subs, including to Howable. Glad that happened. Thank you. Reboot. I watched Reboot. I was we are 8 off from our sub total tonight. We are 3 away. 3 away from our sub total where I walk on Lego bricks. Don't know if it's going to happen tonight because we've been waxing nostalgic. In terms of a mini Darth Vader, I would say the play action Darth Vader is a fun one to do. I also found, so this model at like a 30% angle is a pretty decent one as well. And I mean, there are Darth Vader figurines out there to print. My opinion, you just go to a website, seriously, search for Darth Vader, see what comes up, and go with the thing that you're going to enjoy most. Because what you enjoy is going to be different from what I enjoy. The Garfield movie with Bill Murray is Garfield.
That was the worst. With 47 viewers.
Hang on. What did that Buena? Did my computer thing say Buena? What's this? I've been rated? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! Thank you so much. Buana. I was only able to briefly hang out, very briefly, and mostly had to lurk. I hope your stream went well. I believe you were printing Picard. Am I wrong? Live long and prosper. What are you thinking, Buana? What do you think about season 2 of Picard? Is it not? Okay, I'm gonna like bias you now. But is it not awesome? Is the latest season of Picard not awesome? Like, is it not epic? Because that's really, honestly, you have to say that the latest season of Picard is epic. Because let's face it, it is. Like, that's your only choice. It's epic. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. My name is Chris. Oh, you're behind? You haven't seen season? Oh, Buana. Okay, dude. Okay, first of all, stop watching me. I'm gonna say this. I'm a rare Twitch breed, I think, by saying stop watching me and go and watch Picard. Picard season 2. Oh my God. That's why I thought you were printing Picard. Thank you, Buana. Go. Buana, leave. I don't want... I'm gonna say this right now. Buana, I do not want to hear from you. I'm gonna lay it down for all you fans of Buana, because I'm a fan of Buana. I don't want to hear from you again until you've caught up on season 2 Picard, because season one, I thought it was okay. Mystery Goat thought it was not okay. Endless 031 says watch Picard. Yes. Here's the thing. I love Discovery. Picard, Discovery Season 1, 2, and 3, all completely different seasons. Like, completely different feel, almost. But Picard Season 1, meh. Season 2, mark my words, dude. You are in for a ride. So if Juana's still here, he's probably already, like, closed the window and, like, okay, I'm gonna start. I'm going over there right now. I'm gonna watch Picard. Make some popcorn, watch Picard. We're, 4 episodes in? 3 or 4 episodes in? That's the thing I'm going to be watching tonight after my stream. I'm jumping to the latest episode of Picard. So, Picard. Season 2. Picard Season 2. Trust me on this. Come on, all you people who rated with Buana, back me on this. Will you back me up? Are you going to back me up on this? Am I just floating out here on my own? All the people who came over with Buana? Can I get a little bit? Groggy Nod says Season 1 had some good parts, but maybe that was mostly nostalgia for me seeing old crew. See, that's the thing, Groggy Nod. It felt, I don't know. It wasn't tight enough for me. It wasn't compelling enough for me. It just felt loose. Like, I'm like, I don't know, dude. It felt too much like fan service. I don't like it when they bring in old characters as much. Because it's kind of like, oh, I remember that, but that was in the past. I want to see, like, where it is now. And I appreciate some bridges where they make sense, but I don't know. Dude, Discovery Season 4 was a group therapy session. But it was good. Oh, I loved Season 4. But I like Discovery. I will say, Captain Michael Burnham is my favorite Star Trek captain. I'm saying that. Over Sisko, and Sisko was my previous favorite. So, everyone gets something different out of it, you know? And I'm not saying that it's all Star Trek to me, but I say the same thing about Star Wars. It's all Star Wars to me. So it's all Star Trek to me. I know, dude, I love Sisko. Buana, I love Sisko. Deep Space Nine was my jam. It was my jam. But Captain Michael, hang on. No. Sisko is awesome. Sisko was it. Sisko was it. Deep Space Nine was like, bam, that was mine. It's the only Star Trek series I've ever gone back and rewatched. Deep Space Nine was me, right? I just love Deep Space Nine. But dude, Buana, Burnham, Captain Michael Burnham, Buana. Wait, hang on, Buana, have you seen Discovery yet? Did I see that you've not seen Discovery? If you've seen Discovery, then we can have this debate. But the arc of Burnham is... Mystery Ghost says it's either Janeway or the wrong way. Oh, you've seen 2 seasons of Discovery. Okay, I'll give you that. You're behind it. I would say Season 2. Season 3 sets the stage better for Season 4. It gets interesting. Well, it was always interesting for me. I was hooked on Discovery from like episode 1, 5 minutes in. I was like, oh my God, I have to watch all of this. And I was not, this is me, I was not willing to pay for Star Trek. I'm like, I'm not going to pay for Star Trek. I'm like, I like Star Trek, but it's like, it's okay. It's good. But then I saw on a plane ride a couple years ago, going to an event 3 years ago. I watched it was on the plane. I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch all of this now, and I did, and that's when I got hooked on Discovery, and so I've been paying for Paramount Plus ever since. Now, what I want from Paramount Plus is back-to-back Star Trek, so I'm very much looking forward to having Discovery and Picard and Strange New Worlds. My feeling with Star Trek and Paramount Plus is in parallel with what I want from Disney and Star Wars and Marvel. I want perennial Star Wars, Marvel, Star Trek, right? I want all those things, for real. The season finale of Discovery has happened for Season 4. It has happened. Buana, what are you doing? What even are you doing? Buana! Stop watching me! You've got Trek to catch up on. I'm saying this as... I literally, today I printed... It's going to be a container, right? But it's the Imperial insignia, right? The lid that goes in there, it's an Imperial insignia. I'm printing the lid next. I'm saying this as a Star Wars fan. Like, dude, seriously. Buana, you're killing me. I'm literally, I'm being killed right now. No, actually, it's the beer that's doing to me. All my brain cells, right out the window. Paxi Prime says, Chris got some vegan chocolate today at the craft store. You know where they have the snacks? Well, there's vegan chocolate everywhere. On clearance for 48 cents? Oh, yeah, dude. Great. You only got 2 bars? I would have, like, stocked up. I'd have been set until next winter. You didn't know it was finale? Gonna watch that tonight? Yeah, Zero Cool. And the finale on Discovery Season 4 was good. It was a little too perfect. It was a little too wrapped up in a nice bow. Like, you're thinking, I don't know if that would have happened in real life. I mean, it is sci-fi, admittedly, but it's like, I feel it could have happened differently, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Click on one of the figs and look at the packaging. Oh, for Hasbro Pulse? What are you talking about? One of the figs and look at the packaging. What? Oh, yeah, it's great packaging, don't get me wrong, but I didn't grow up with comics. That's my problem. Computer, that has to have a counselor session. Wait, is Endless and Mystery Goat going back and forth? I love starting up these geek debates. I love it. You have to go back. Hopefully it'll be there. Well, Paxi Prime, I would load up, man. I'm saying, like, if I found chocolate bars for 50 cents a piece, I'd be like, boom, 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 boom. I'd fill up my cart, dude. I'd fill up my basket easily. Because, I mean, you want to eat them to the point where you get sick. Mark, I do not love vegan candy. We will not be looking at candy corn. Hang on. Give me a second. We've got Skeletorception over here. Can you see all the Skeletors on my screen? What is up with that? Why? Mechanic! Mechanec's got the power. He wrote, look at all those Skeletors. Why do I have all those Skeletors over here? Discovery Season 4 finale was predictable. Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know if it was predictable. It was just kind of like... It was fine, but it was just... Everything was wrapped up in a bow. Like a nice, neat little package. And I guess I would have wanted something more. Not that I think it would have been unpredictable in another way, but... Well, here's my feeling. People got away scot-free. From I mean, I'm not saying everybody, no spoilers, but there were not the consequences to actions I was disappointed by. Sorry, I'm probably tilting into spoilers here. Am I reading Twitch chat with Merc? I am not, Chunky Nuts. No, it's definitely on chat. The Chimeri, by the way, if you are into SWTOR or you're a Star Wars geek like me, look, Chimeri 3D printed a container that's the shape of an Imperial insignia. I'm printing the lid right now. The lid is happening right now, but it's a little container. Have a little Star Wars container in the silver. Isn't that beautiful? Chimeri is a fellow Star Wars fan, also a streamer here on Twitch. Streams SWTOR for sure. So if you're a fan of SWTOR, you need to be following the Chimeri. I'm able to like pop in and catch like a few things, and there's a lot of it. I'm still, God, I suck at like trying to catch all the details of SWTOR. It's just so overwhelming. Not having grown up with it, it's like, oh my God, what? How can I even like keep all this straight? But the Chimeri can. The Chimeri man can. The Chimeri man can. The Chimeri man can, cause he SWTORs on his system and makes the game play good. It was a bit of a stretch, admittedly. Hey, Chris Big.
Oh, that does happen every once in a while. That can't be good.
Welcome to the Play Shop. Speaking of not good, I have a charades that I totally missed. You ready for charades? I totally missed that. Am I going to watch Moon Knight on Disney Plus? Not only am I going to watch Moon Knight, but I'm going to watch it with Diana and Jedi. Because Diana and Jedi are now caught up on the MCU, so we'll be able to watch it together. So I'm very much looking forward to watching that. All right, AZ Pinoy, another shout out to AZ Pinoy, fellow brick streamer, although I suck at doing bricks. Like a lot of the brick streamers out there, like, I'm building a Lego set. Look, I'm building Lego. I'm doing Lego. Or like all the SWTOR streamers, like, I'm playing SWTOR. Look at me. I'm playing this game. And me, I'm over here. I'm like dabbling. I'm like, yeah, I'll try it a little bit. And like, let's talk about it. I'm horrible. I'm like the most variety streamer out there, I feel. That's my problem. Mr. Goat says, fill that container with mini cookies in the shape of Star Trek Delta Shield insignia. It could happen. Here we go. Charades. Gotta guess. 4 words. 4 words. Third word, the. Third word is the. It is a movie. Ready? Here we go. First word. Now that Chimera has a theme song. First word is... Wow. I like where Project 454's head's at, Lord of the Rings, but it was not Lord of the Rings. It was indeed Darth Gallum singing in the rain. I didn't even get to the... Would you've gotten rain from this? Like, rain? Would that have... Confetti! Party! Dandruff! You know, by the way, unironically, I was talking about pillows. Chicken Astro Printer. I've never seen the movie Lady Burrito. I saw Phantom of the Opera once, Once. Airwolf. Just once. Didn't see it twice. Phantom of the Opera was not my jam. Nor was Cats. Cats and Phantom of the Opera, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Seriously, I'm good. What was I saying? You remind me. You grew up on old musicals. I loved West Side Story. Loved. I want to watch the reboot with my daughter. You ever see Repo, the Genetic Opera? No. Not that I know of. Repo. Never heard of it. I remember, like, what was it? Repo Men? Repo Man? That was like Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. That's the only thing I never saw South Pacific. See, no. The old stuff my mom used to watch, but like, you know, back when it was still old when I was younger. It was old then. That's how you know it was old. I didn't like it. It was okay. Like that. Silver Sunbeam's a hard pass on most musicals. I don't know. I can't say that. I enjoy a good musical. I did not like Rent, but I love Les Mis. I almost said May Liz as I was reading Pez Liz. May Liz. Never saw Guys and Dolls XBP, or maybe like bits and pieces, like here and there, but musicals I can do. I can do musicals. Just depends. Like, what's the newer one? The Greatest Showman? I loved The Greatest Showman. Loved. So good. It was so well. I thought it was well done. I enjoyed the hell out of it. What about Cannibal the Musical? Never even heard of it. I think I saw Les Mis live once. Bedknobs and Broomsticks was a good... No. It wasn't just a good movie. Bedknobs and Broomsticks was a great movie. It was an amazing... I loved Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Loved. Worst Wolverine movie ever? Wait, what? Logan? I didn't like Logan. It was fine. It was okay, but it wasn't like... Spam-A-Lot I actually saw on Broadway. It was the only Broadway show I've ever seen, Spam-A-Lot. And David Hyde Pierce was on stage. So I can say that I saw David Hyde Pierce live. It was before I was really into Frasier, though. I didn't really get into Frasier until maybe a decade ago. And what I was starting to mention before I did the charades, I think, I unironically used a Frasier GIF today. I was talking about pillows and getting a new pillow and trying to find a good pillow. And Krusty recommended purple as a pillow. And I'm like, okay, that looks like it would suit the bill, or fit the bill. It would suit me. So I'm probably going to order that and try it for 100 days or whatever. And we were talking about pillows back and forth. And I used the Frasier beating the pillow GIF today. It feels so good to use a GIF, a Frasier GIF. Oh, The Greatest Showman, worst Wolverine movie ever. Yeah, I don't disagree. Okay, that makes sense. Fix him, dude. Hello, David Randolph. Speaking of David Randolph, we're going to be doing a printed solid giveaway this coming Friday. You have something to look forward to apart from the end of the work week. If you're sitting there thinking, it's only Tuesday, Chris, and then Wednesday's tomorrow's hump day, like, how am I going to make it? Like, dude, just look forward to on Friday, we're giving away filament from Printed Solid. Just so you know, mark your calendars on Fridays. Friday. We're giving away Printed Solid filament. It comes as filament, but then is ultimately printed. And when it's printed, by the way, It is printed solid. Hence the brand. The Jesse PLA. Les Mis is your jam, Dark Toy Lord. Saw it live once. Greatest Showman is great too. See, I can't say that I don't like musicals. I like good musicals. And David, speaking of D. Randolph, he's also a fan of the musicals. Fix Him Dude got his printed solid subscription box today. Great colors. Of course, naturally. It's how it goes. Sith Lord Brit has purple mattresses. Really? What do you think? I can't remember which one we have. We have one. They sent it to us years ago. It was like a foam mattress that's yellow. I don't think that was purple then, obviously, but it was like yellow. It had yellow trim. But since the purple pillow, I mean, it's expensive, but I'm like, well, I sleep every night, so I kind of need something to be good. I want something to be decent. So I'm willing to, spend the money, investing in my sleep. And I know I've been needing to upgrade my pillow for a while or get a new one. And so I'm probably going to try the purple one. Probably going to try the purple pillow because it reminds me of the pillow. The pillow I have always keeps its shape, relatively cool, springy.
We have a Brit. The Sith Lord Brit has requested your presence immediately. Sincerely, Sith Lord Brit the Third.
Have your bed for 3 years. Just bought your kids' mattresses a few months ago. Nice, Sith Lord Brit. Chris P. Bacon 007 asks, Chris, were you into BBSs back in the day? I was. I was known as the Locker Gnome on Iska. That's probably the oldest BBS I remember connecting to back in 1992. I also dialed into BBSs as well. Wow, so many Subbox subscribers in here tonight. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy AD Randolph. That's the thing. We've got noobs, people new to 3D printing that need to find good filament, and people who know good filament. So glad to have you here. Always appreciate your support. Always, always, always. Good to see it. Hope the home ownership is going well as well. Because let me tell you, owning a home. This morning, we were joking about this last night, but this morning I was literally woken up by a woodpecker, and I had to laugh. Because we were talking about woodpeckers last night. Like, woodpeckers have been hitting the house in the spring. That's what happened. 7 in the morning. That was my alarm clock. Even though I didn't set it. What's a BBS? Oh, Isaac. No, don't. What is a BBS? Don't. Seriously, Isaac, you can't be serious. You can't. That's right, Liz. I sleep. King 3D's nuts loves his purple pillow. Why? Why do you like? I mean, it looks at a distance. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. I don't like the thicker pillows. Like I like the springy pillows. So I'm willing to give it a shot. I am. I'm considering it because a 100-day trial. I'm like, all right, that's worth a shot. Worth a shot. They made
Almonds, folks.
They made some holes in the garage. DC Jamie, that's my worry. That's my fear is they're going to leave holes in the house. Almost done moving out of the old place, so now I'm sleeping in the new place surrounded by boxes. Yeah, it'll take some time. You will find your way. You'll find your way, D. Randolph. Wait until, well, if you've got a newer house, you don't have to worry about repairs too much. But you will. Did you know woodpeckers' tongues go around their brain inside their head? I did not know that, Groggy Nod. I'm creeped out. Stone Monkey Research dialed into more than a couple of BBSs back in the day. Well, a BBS, Isaac, is known as a bulletin board service. And it's back in the day, before the internet, if you will, right in the nascent days of the internet, you would dial into computers. You dial up a phone number, and it would connect to a remote computer. And you would connect to a modem bank. And on that remote computer, there would be software that, would allow you to do this, that, and the other thing. Download files, or be a conduit to FidoNet, or connect with, posts from local community members or remote community members. And anybody who was online could connect to these remote BBSs. So a BBS was a way to connect with other people. So yeah, I was into BBSs. For real. It's an old thing. Here's to hoping they don't make holes in your house. I'm telling you, my concern is I've heard more than a couple, or maybe it's the same one over the past year. And my concern is that they're nailing holes in the house somewhere that I can't see. You got the internet set up? Well, that is critical. You need to do that. That's like the first thing. It was crazy to me, but it also helps absorb the shock of them pecking. You learn something new every day, Groggy Nod. You miss BBSs? Well, I think you could still make one. It's just that no one's probably going to dial into it these days. Yeah, I miss the days of the BBS. I do. I had my favorites that I dialed into. But they're ones that I telnetted into as well. But out of all the ones I telnetted into, the one I telnetted into most was specifically Iska. So I don't know where that question came from, but hopefully you got the answer you were looking for. Woodpeckers could be chasing termites. That is not what I want to hear, Astropreneur. I was not a sysop. Never. I did not want to apply to be a sysop. I did not envy the sysop. I was not into the... Just wanted to use it. Did not want a sysop. You have all your retro machines? Just wonder if you should build a BBS. Why not, D. Randolph? Let people dial into it. I don't even know how the hell I would do that over the internet anymore. I don't have a modem. I don't have a way to dial out, so to speak. I don't even know how the hell I would do that. It was even possible. I could telnet, potentially. If telnet I'd imagine, is still the protocol. Although these days it's probably been replaced by a more secure SSH. You miss forums? Forums used to be fun. I agree. I used to be a fan of the forums as well. Do I live near IKEA? So many different pillows. Impressed by the one in that picture. I do live near, well, maybe not near IKEA. But, I mean, could be worth a trip. Potentially. I have a feeling I'm going to try the purple one, if only because enough people have recommended it. Sometimes you get what you pay for, too. It's not an unknown quantity, and plus I can try it for like 100 days. I would only try it for like a month or so to know whether or not it was going to work for me. And I'll hold on to the old pillows until then. But my old pillows are in desperate need of being upgraded. But thank you, Ashmo. I didn't realize IKEA would have pillows like that. I don't know if I journey that far, because it's not exactly close for me, but I could try it. Most BBS is still kicking around, use Telnet exclusively. I wonder if Iska... Hang on, let me see if Iska is still around. Fixum Dude got rid of his Vic Modem 300. Oh, no. Oh, no. I bet you D. Randolph probably purchased it, or would have. Let me see if Iska BBS... Okay, Iska BBS... They've got a .com. Oh, my God, it's so old school. And they still have the client. Oh, my God. The client is how you... Oh, my God. IO Air. Oh, my God. This is just... It takes me back. Iska BBS. List users online. No user... There are users. Hang on. There are users online. But it says, like, 0 users listed. So I have no idea. This website was last updated in 2011. And at that time, I think I had lost my handle. My handle used to be the Locker Gnome. And I lost it. Like, it's dead. Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah. Iska. Iska was it. The Iowa Student Computing Alumni. That's what I telnetted into. New pillows are a huge decision. You should sleep on it. Thank you, Fixum Dude. I knew I can count on you. That's the plan. I just gotta find one that I like, that I feel like, yeah, I feel this is gonna be a good replacement. That's why I'm thinking purple. I don't know. Maybe I'm in for a trip down to IKEA. Hey, Ian Douglas, good to see you. Shout out to Ian Douglas. By the way, if y'all aren't getting auto shout outs, it's because Fucho's computer's down. I'm going to be sending Fucho a new one. I am going to be sending him a new PC. Well, new for this particular use case. It's an older PC for me that's just otherwise sitting around collecting dust. I don't believe in holding on to old technology, unlike some of you. Like David. David. I'm looking at you, David. Old computer. People would log into my BBS to play the door games, use FidoNet, chit-chat with one another, or the good old days. Goffleg, I remember. I remember very well. I mean, now it's like Twitter, you know? Twitter reminds me a lot of what that was. honestly. Why I like Twitter a lot, probably because I like Iska. Tell them I didn't get Iska so much. I need to hit the little boys' room. Legend of the Red Dragon. Do I not remember that? I don't remember that game. I don't remember. There's so many. I was gonna say I had to hit the restroom. Don't do anything silly while I'm gone. Don't kick off a hype train. Don't get us to the sub goal. Do not. Cause I gotta. All troopers, may I have your attention? All troopers, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. I love attention.
Don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force. It's not so much dark as it is weird. Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird.
Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. What are you trying to do, Liz? What are you trying to do? Were y'all dropping? Oh, I guess the drops have been queued. Father Funk, thank you for resubscribing. Appreciate that support.
Father
Hello.
_Funk just resubscribed for 4 months.
Hello, Amish Ace. I here's the thing. I'd say my favorite Amish, but now it's like there's a debate. Is Amish Ace my favorite Amish, or is Amish Gnome 3D my favorite Amish? It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's tough. I can say my favorite Ace. I can say that. I don't know any other Aces. I don't know any other Aces. Can't say I don't know any other Amish, though. So, thank you, Kevin, for lurking. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you hanging out and waxing nostalgia. How the heck did we get onto this track? We have careened from one retro topic to another. Like this is relatively rare. It does happen, and don't get me wrong, you can get me going on a retro topic easily just by bringing it up. It's very easy to do. Sorry if this is like not really staying in focus. I am printing the lid that should align with this particular container. Not a lot of Amish people on Twitch. I know, it's kind of weird. You'd think that they'd be all over Twitch, but I guess not. It's bizarre how it worked out that way. The Popples? I remember hearing of the Popples. You could probably name an old toy, and I might remember it. Now, when I say old, I don't just mean like 70s old. I was a child of the 80s, so you can mention 80s toys, and I could probably remember. 90s toys, I might remember. Is the ulti stick working better? Fix'em Dude, seemingly, and so I don't know if it was the way I sliced the files. I don't know if it was specifically, and I have an inclination specifically where certain items were positioned on the bed. That seems to have been an issue. So I seemingly have to be careful about having items placed on this side of the bed, whether it's the smooth PEI or the textured bed. You had a popple? Weren't popples like they curled up on themselves and then popped out? Am I wrong? Legend of the Red Dragon came out in 1989. That would have been about the time I was connecting to BBSs then. Well, 92 is when I started connecting to BBSs, really. Your brothers and I used them as boxing gloves, the popples. See, I remember of them. Kogas says, Retro, listen, I know we love all things Star Wars, but have you heard of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection? I have, and it's interesting. The only TMNT game that I ever really remember playing, apart from maybe once on the NES, I remember playing in the arcade, the 4-person player, Sewers, something about, wasn't it Sewers? Why is that? For some reason, that's like jumping out in my head. Like, I remember playing with 4 other players, or up to 4 other players, at the arcade cabinet. I remember playing that. And I've got an arcade cabinet across the room here. Let me hold it up. There's a MAME machine just past the light there. I need to get it fixed. The monitor, I think, is lost, I guess, a liquid of some kind. It needs to be addressed. I need someone's help in fixing that. They inverted into a pouch. Okay, groggy nod that I barely remember that, but I do. Paxi Prime says, 1989, that's when I was born, January. Oh, you are a child. Paxi Prime, you are a child. Anything, I know to some, anybody born earlier than 73 is a child, or is an adult to me. Anybody born after 73 is a child, just so you know. Ian Douglas asks, anyone have GoBots like the knockoff Transformers? I think I don't think I had one. I never had any, that I remember, never had any Transformers or GoBots as a child. Never. Either one. Never had either one. Just wasn't into them. I mean, they were neat. I like watching the GoBots and the Transformers cartoons, but they weren't my thing. You only had so much budget, right, as a child. You heard about it somewhere on YouTube, says Kogas. By the way, can we get a shout out for Kogas? He's another Twitch streamer here, a fellow fan of Star Wars, of course, and apparently retro as well. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is pretty retro. I remember briefly, maybe, seeing some TMNT cartoons when I was in high school, right before going off to school in the morning. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles might have played. How's that for a shout out? You got a triple shout out, dude, Kogas. Well, I hope everybody follows Kog. I hope you do. Kogi, as he likes to be called. And can we get a shout out for Father Funk as well? Father Funk also streams. Micronauts are totally your jam. There's so many toys that I didn't see or didn't know about. I'm not gonna say disappoint me, but like I really wish I was born at the right time and the wrong time. I was born at the right time because honestly, and I wouldn't have changed a thing in terms of how or when I was born. Wouldn't have changed a thing. But I missed, for nostalgia, I knew of, but I completely missed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and Marvel. I missed a lot of what some people consider nostalgia now. Gargoyles I would have been on the cusp. I wasn't into them. Lovely Lady Locks. Isn't that a song by the Black Eyed Peas? Or is that Lovely Lady Lumps? Probably got that wrong. So I missed the Marvel thing, by and large. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. That was, at that point, early 90s, I would have been in college at the time. So, as I was, beginning to come into my own, recognize who I was, seeing who I was, I was probably more addicted at that point. I moved from cartoons and the fandoms, as much as I kept the fandoms, moved largely to the internet. The internet became my obsession back in the early 90s. Coda120 says, saw a show today called Cash in the Attic. Couple had an impressive toy collection. Oh, I bet. Especially if you store it and forget about it. Pre-Nickelodeon Power Rangers was amazing. See, Mitsu, I remember the old school Nickelodeon, like when it first launched. Like when cable was brand new. Like Pinwheel, Today's Special, Mr. Wizard, like the old pre-Double Dare Nickelodeon. That's my nostalgia. I missed the Powerpuff Girls. Correct, Crispy Bacon. I did. I have Power Girl or Powerpuff Girl figures, Lego minifigures when they'd released the Dimension series, but the Powerpuff Girls were past me. John D asked a great question. At what age did they let you out of the basement? Actually, I moved into the basement when I was younger, growing up. Each of us boys had our own bedroom, which was very nice. I had two younger brothers, and when I was in college, I had my room, very small room, but I was like, hey, could I move into the basement? Because the basement, it was bigger space, right? It was substantially bigger space. And it was cooler down there as well. And so I moved into the basement. And so they actually put me in the basement. No, I asked and they let me do it. I mean, it was like, yeah, sure. Like, okay. So I painted the room, put some carpet down. It was almost like the opposite of what happened with Greg from Brady Bunch. Because remember, he moved into the attic, right? But I moved into the basement. So that was, I made a spare room, a bedroom of sorts. And I dream, every so often I will dream about being in that bedroom. It's funny. It's really weird, but it's funny. Oh my God, Pinwheel, today's special, says Aranella. Krillin64, remember Mr. Wizard on Nick? I loved Mr. Wizard. Shout out loud and clear. Today's special was on at 6 a.m. and repeats in CTV in Canada. The only Canadian, we got You Can't Do That on Television and Turkey TV. Those are the ones I remember being, I understood them, but there was just something a little off about them. They were Canadian. Double Dare, like the original Double Dare with Mark Summers, who apparently Mark Summers was he legitimately had OCD. Like he was like a clean freak. So the fact that he got that show, man, he must have been crawling out of his skin. The only 80s show that I remember a lot of old 80s game shows, but like Starcade. Starcade was awesome. Starcade ran on TBS. I loved Starcade. Starcade, video games. Kids playing video games on actual machines. And now here we have Twitch. Like it's funny how it works that way. It's just funny. We've gone to a different model. We instead of scarcity, it's now an overabundance, right? Thank you, Britt, for hanging. Appreciate it. Fraggle Rock, yes, Aranella. Way back in the day. Oh my God, Chris, you're probably so old. You watched MTV when they had music videos. I did, although I did not enjoy watching MTV. It wasn't my thing. Hey, Mechanical Wire, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Play Shop. We're just geeking out. Apparently, we're talking about nostalgic stuff. Fix'em Dude won a backpack in the You Can't Do That on Television slime contest. Shut up. Did you? Do you still have that? Oh my God. If you still have that, wow, what a prize. What a prize. Wow. Tell me you still have it. Tell me. You remember the elephant show on Nick? I don't remember that. Marshall Bravestar? I remember of it, but I don't remember watching it. Yeah, whatever you say, don't say that, according to Pezlis. Thank you, JB. Thank you for the posture check. I'm now sitting up straight. Alanis Morissette got her start. Yes, that is true. I do remember that. I had a crush on Alanis Morissette. I had a crush on her. I did. And Moose. Lisa, I wasn't a fan of, but Moose I liked. Moose was my favorite. And then I like Delantis. I got a crush on her. Aranella still has 30 figure Robo-Horde. I don't even remember that. Everything before Wild. What is Wild Force? See, y'all are mentioning things that I don't remember. Did I watch game shows in the 80s like Press Your Luck? You know, I thought about trying to find an animated GIF of Press Your Luck and like have it as like an overlay in the chat. Like, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, stop! When we stopped at a whammy. I loved Press Your Luck. Loved Press Your Luck. I don't know why. It was fun. The old, pretty much all the old game shows I used to love. Pretty much. Joker's Wild. I watched Joker's Wild in reruns back when Betty White was younger. I want to say she did Joker's Wild frequently. And I know she did, was it Password? Super Password? Password Plus? What was it called? Wild Forces Power Rangers produced by Disney. Oh yeah, I totally missed that then. Totally missed that. I like Super Password. Super Password was fun. Price is Right. I enjoyed Price is Right. I was on a show. I wasn't like a contestant, but I was in the audience for one of the shows, one of the tapings with Bob Barker. I'm blessed to have seen Bob Barker before he retired. I wasn't like nowhere near being selected, but I remember he opened for audience questions, and I'm like, all right, I raised my hand. I said, how do I get your job? And he said, you don't. I did ask Bob Barker a question. How do I get your job? Isn't that funny? It's a true story. True story. That part didn't air. It was like in between the commercials, but I was actually on a taping of The Price is Right. I couldn't tell you which show. I couldn't tell you. Someone inevitably would have seen me. Possibly you. You loved watching Press Your Luck on YouTube and Buzzer? Dude, Press Your Luck was awesome. All these game shows never heard of, as I did not grow up here. Yeah, Astropreneur, it's kind of funny how it works that way, right? Like nostalgia is funny. Like you could mention something and I would not be familiar with it. What's my favorite food? I don't know anymore. I genuinely don't know, JB. I enjoy so many foods. Beer? Does beer count? Does coffee count? Although I'm drinking a decaf now. What was the game show where you had to interpret the vanity license plates? I remember that, Ian. Oh, God, what was it? I do remember that. I enjoyed those shows. I enjoyed those immensely. Liz has been in the audience for The View, The Chew, and Jimmy Fallon. The Chew is a show? I did not know that. You think beer counts as food? Well, if you're drinking it right. Beans? Well, I eat beans every day, but I wouldn't call them my favorite. I don't know. I genuinely don't. Depends on kind of what I'm in the mood for. You met James Doohan before he passed away. Oh, doing? Jackfruit's my favorite. Well, I'm not going to say jackfruit's my favorite. I enjoy it. Jackfruit, I love jackfruit. And here's the thing. I don't even make it half as well as Diana does. Diana makes it very well. Me, I just like, it's raw. Today, I put jackfruit in a bowl, mashed it up, and then poured some guacamole on it, and it was tasty. The Chew was a show. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I remember Jane's. Computer. Candid Camera. I enjoyed Candid Camera. I did enjoy that. Candid Camera, for sure. I think what got us on the nostalgia kick is I was mentioning to everybody that I'm watching He-Man. Well, not really watching He-Man, but I've got He-Man episodes playing in the background. Completely random. Oh my God, shut up. Oh, shut up. Fix him, dude. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, fix him, dude. Oh, fix him, dude. Wow. Must be some time for more cereal and commercials. Coda 120. That's, I'm watching this He-Man stuff. The He-Man's going, but, one of the most disappointing parts about, watching the cartoons on YouTube is some of them have clipped out all the commercials, and the commercials were like half the fun. Because we could remember back in the day, we could not fast forward through commercials. We couldn't watch. We had to watch the commercials. We had no choice but to watch the commercials. We had no choice. Popeye the Sailor Man. Remember the musical? Barely remember the cartoon. No, I'm not going to eat cereal apart from Saturday. I kind of have to, like, stick with that. Commercials were when my cousins would beat the crap out of each other. Oh, boy. Oh, the 80s. You can get away with dang near everything. No, I have the hiccups. Half the phone was running back in the room. It's back on! Getting rug burn on your knees when you rushed in. Yep. Actually, I'd never... I mean, the commercial you just got used to, right? It's just what it was. They were the commercials. It's how you found out about new cereals and new toys, like new things that were going on. I never minded the commercials. As a child of the 80s, I never minded the commercials. The older I got, though, the more I minded them. I'm like, this is just garbage. I don't care about the commercials. The commercials stopped being interesting when I got older. Now, I'll say this about Twitch commercials, the ads that play on Twitch. I actually don't mind a lot of them. I mean, especially if they're ones I hadn't seen before, but they seem to be, even though I'm not a gamer, they seem to be a lot more fun than most commercials. Because commercials are designed for you to love them as a child. Well, then they did it right, John, because at what point did we start hating commercials? At what point? Tom and Jerry classics. Loved Tom and Jerry. Loved. Those would be noon hour cartoons or afternoon cartoons, potentially. Tom and Jerry. Because remember, we used to, on local, at least in Iowa, on local TV, you'd have Tom and Jerry run over the noon hour. There'd be noon hour cartoons. And then it went back, back into like regular programming. And then in the afternoon, again, you'd pick up cartoons like on TBS, your NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, and TBS and WGN. And I want to say TBS and WGN were pretty much solid for cartoons. CBS, NBC, ABC, not so much. They ruled the Saturday morning airwaves. Tell me you watched Silverhawks? Well, I'd tell you, Chris, but I did not. I did not watch Silverhawks. I think I watched it maybe once or twice, but did not. Did not. Boomerang? Well, I think that's a new network, JB Laws, right? Am I wrong? Silverhawks took Thundercats off air. I kind of resented them for it. Ooh. See, I did not know that. I mean, you only had... That's the problem, is you only had so much time. And so something got bumped, and something inevitably got bumped. That would drive me nuts. But that was the problem, is like if you missed something that aired, you just missed it. It was never coming back. Or you'd get lucky and maybe catch a repeat. So it's made it critical to be in front of the TV at the right time. In the morning, at noon, in the afternoon. You had to pick and choose, right? But, that's the thing, is I don't think we're ever going to have that era again. Kids these days, I'm going to say it. Kids these days are flooded with programming. Like, you could add, 20 years from now, Jedi's going to say, oh, I remember watching X. And she'd tell another kid, and the other kid would never have any recollection of watching that show. Because there's an overabundance. There's a billion channels out there. They don't have the shared cultural experience that we might have had in yesteryear, right? Growing up in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Knew how to program your VCR instead of blinking 00. I mastered that. I mastered programming the VCR. I did that. I didn't mind it. Astroprinter had 2 channels. Well, I remember when we got 5, if you count PBS. I remember when we got Fox. Fox was exciting. Like, ooh, it's a new channel. Yes. Everyone at school knew when The Wizard of Oz was on once a year. Exactly. You were about to watch the season finale for Thundercats. Mom booted me off to watch a rerun of Star Trek she already saw. Oh, Arinella, that sucks. If I were you, I would hate Star Trek. To this day, I remember that and so mad at her. Oh my God, Arinella. Oh, I'm sure I'm doing plenty of things that are gonna make Jedi mad. Cartoons are not as good as they used to. Well, JB, I'm not gonna go that far. I mean, I have a certain nostalgic feel for the way cartoons used to be. Like, I'm watching He-Man, and it's just a certain style of animation, junky, but it's what I grew up with, right? Jedi has a different. When she watches this stuff, it's old for her. It's very old. It's almost like when she watches the old cartoons that I mean, the cartoons I grew up with, she looks at it and thinks old. Like I used to see black and white shows, so I know how she's seeing them. You still hate the original Star Trek? I'm not gonna say I hate it. I'm not a fan of it. I never really was of TOS. Hey, Rose Johnny, good to see you. Welcome to the Play Shop. We're waxing nostalgic here as I'm 3D printing a lid. People keep telling me to put a lid on it, and I'm like, if you like it, then you better put a lid on it. If you like it, then you better put a lid on it. No, that's not the song. It's so not the song. Mom overdosed me on OG Trek. Yeah, that's my. I mean, I have Star Wars stuff. We watch way more than just Star Wars things, though, around here. Hey, Fallen You. Good to see you. Hello, Fallen You. Hello, Justin. Hello. Krillin says, don't think most modern cartoons as good as when I was growing up. It's all about nostalgia. There are a lot of cartoons that people have lauded that I have not watched. If only because there's only so much time in the day. I'm like, yeah, if it catches me, it catches me. But if not, I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. You missed the food reviews, Rose Johnny. I guess I don't really do those. I mean, I'll bring up Rose Johnny. I'll bring up food that I might find and get and eat it on stream. But that's about as much as or as deep as I get into food reviews. That's probably back in the day when YouTube was fun, and now YouTube is not fun. YouTube is like the antithesis of fun. If you look up YouTube in the dictionary and look up the antonym for YouTube, it's fun. Fun is the antonym of YouTube. That's my feeling. That's my opinion. Twitch, on the other hand, Twitch is fun. Twitch is good stuff. Back in the mud. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Play Shop. We're just waxing nostalgic as I'm printing the lid for my container, the silver container, which is very clean. I like this. I don't know if I'm going to do the Rebel one. I thought about doing the Rebel one to have 2 silver containers, but I'm going to be putting the lid on this as soon as it's done. Hopefully, I mean, it should fit the Imperial container. You have to go? No worries, JB. Fantastic newer stuff. Yeah, I don't watch any of that Silver Sunbeam, Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls. I try. I've tried off and on. I'm like, it's hard for whatever reason for me to get into animated series. Really, like a lot of people have to talk about it. A lot of people talked about Rick and Morty, so I started watching it. A lot, and when I say a lot, like an inordinate amount of people, I see it everywhere. Then I'll watch it. And even then, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's my jam. Like Bob's Burgers, I've watched it off and on. I like it. It's okay, but I can't say that I watch it, forever. Every episode. I will put a lid on it, John. No worries, Astro Printer. Have fun. Enjoy. Glad you can hang out tonight. It's very appreciated. Is this thing gonna have a... Okay, it's gonna have... This is the lid, but... Oh, I see what it's doing. Not a fan of Rick and Morty, Bob's Burgers. I've tried. I did Rick and Morty. I can do Rick and Morty. But Bob's Burgers, it was like, it's okay. It's fine. I've missed so much of it. I mean, even Family Guy, I've watched a lot. I can't say I've seen every Family Guy episode. Do I remember the HBO scene back in the 80s? Yeah, it was always the same thing. You were flying through the town, and then you flew up to the HBO logo, and they flew back, and then you flew through the O, like da-na-na, da-na-na, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, 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 and then you remember exactly what I'm talking about, Chunky Nuts and Crunchy Weasel. Just saying that out. Chris, could you ever have imagined saying Chunky Nuts and Crunchy Weasel in the same breath? No, I could not. Used to be a show called Beyond 2000. I remember that. I do remember that show. Back when 2000 was old. Or new. It'd have been brand new. I couldn't remember. I don't know if I remember what would have been on it, but this lid should be about done. Okay, we got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and we're done with this print. And I'll have. Although I thought, how is this gonna? Is it gonna have a peg in the middle? It should have a peg in the middle. Maybe that's what it's gonna finish with. The print Aranella is all. Wait until you see it actually in action. Like it's gonna be really cool. Beyond 2000, future cars, tech, and all the way in the future stuff. Yeah, maybe that was it. That was the kind of that was the tech show. That was one of the better tech shows that I watched. So to be a part of that nostalgic bit of tech history is kind of fun. To be a part of tech TV. I mean, I guess it was a part of it. Very small part, but yeah, part of it nonetheless. Not everybody saw it. Not quite like something that had more mass appeal. But that time it's come and gone, right? We're never going to see that time again. We're never going to see that period again. Scarcity is no longer the model, which it is what it is. I've got very few complaints. You've always been a tech addict. I used to be, I think, and then I realized, I just don't get excited when I go to a hotel and see they have Wi-Fi. I don't get excited when I see a bit of technology at the gas station. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Ooh, it's a USB cable. Ooh, I don't. It's not. Doesn't do it for me. But I always liked software, I think, more than the hardware. I was always more of a software guy. Even back then, I think I was more of a software guy. Aranella, you're probably not wrong. It's because it's become more common. Not to say that I wouldn't be just as interested in 3D printing if it was more common. But I think part of it was just that in the 80s, so much of what we have now was futuristic. And it was different, and it wasn't commonplace. I think you're right. I miss that factor with tech. I do miss that. Yeah, it's not like when you saw a Discman for the first time. That's what I'm saying, Crunchy Weasel. A lot of it's too commonplace for me, and I think that it lost its allure. It lost its shine for me. Just in how I grew up, and I know some people are different, but I don't know. The future is now, kind of, but it's always been now. The future has always been now. Yeah, it takes a lot for me to get pulled into something anymore with technology. And there are definitely we're not done. Tech isn't done, but I see it differently than I used to. Way differently. And that's hard to explain to people who knew me from tech way back then, way back when. Like, I just don't see it the same way. Yeah, I definitely don't see tech the same way I saw it in the year 2000. I absolutely do not see it the same way as I saw it in the year 2010. Here we are, a decade, decades later, and I just feel differently about it. For better or for worse, it's just not as exciting as it used to be. What is exciting, however, is when I get rated
with 9 viewers.
What's this? I've been rated? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! Hello! Shraiku and Baron Sheep. Thank you so much. I appreciate the raid. So shout out to Shraiku and Baron Sheep. Shraiku, what were you up to? What were you up to? Tell me. What were you up to? And Baron, what were you up to? Talk to me. What I'm up to right now, I'm finishing the print with this double raid. This is the lid for this container. It's a Star Wars Imperial container of sorts. It literally, just as this raid happened, it literally just finished. Let's go ahead and flip here. Are you ready for this? Maybe not. Does this... Dude, I even printed out... Oh, there we go. At 100%. Okay, it fits. It fits. You just got to get it in just right. Got to get it in just right. There we go. So it's a little container. A little imperial container. It fits! Although it's a little tricky, it does fit. It's a nice fit. This little container, which will, I don't know, contain what. I really genuinely don't know what this is going to contain. But thank you for the raid, and thank you, Jordan. Is it Jorda? Thank you. Wait, hang on. Do I know you? Do I know you? Shannon! We're getting raided again! I can't believe it! Everyone's raiding! What's this? I've been raided? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here! Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! I just printed this container. This is what I've printed, this silver filament, the Polymaker Silk Silver Filament. For whatever it's worth, Shraiku, this goes out to you as well. Hey, Ben, good to see you. Tactile 3D picture, you as well. And Shannon, we're giving away printed solid filament on Friday. Friday is going to be the printed solid giveaway. And we're doing like every Friday, printed solid filament giveaway on Friday. On Monday, we're giving away Polymaker filament. This is Polymaker filament here. So on Mondays, Polymaker filament. On Fridays, printed solid. We're basically sandwiching your week with filament fun. Seriously. Like you have some, now you can say, you know, I'm looking forward to Friday. Now you really have something to look forward to. Look at that drop. What's the drop? Whoa! 99.7, Corey? Whoa! Holy cow. That's amazing. So thank you, Jordamson, for following, and Naskaubs. Sometimes reading usernames is a little bit of a challenge. So anyway, Mondays and Fridays around here, all the people who are joining on the raid, Mondays and Fridays, filament giveaways. So they're not just days, they're giveaway days. Mondays and Fridays. Jordamson. Oh, okay. How did I apologize. I'm not skilled sometimes at reading usernames. I'm not. I suck at reading usernames. Jordamson. Looks like we have a charades that has been redeemed. There's another model. This is done by 3D Print Bunny. Let me pull back. I don't know if Kurt's still here to grab a screenshot to post over on Discord so I can tag 3D Bunny. Liz, who just got into 3D printing, told me about this particular model. And I'd never printed a Star Wars container before. And the lid is a little tight. Just a little tight. But it does work. Can you 3D print a new MOSFET connection for my 3090 FTW Ultra PCIe 12 volt for the PCB? Oh yeah, just throw it in. You could do easily. Just throw it into your iSupport, and then you're good. Just make sure you set your IRQs to at least 7, and you'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about it, Nas. I wouldn't worry about it after you set your IRQs though, because if you don't do that, then it's good. Susan, you
_D1 Cheerdex 100.
You are a champion, Susan. Thank you so much for unfreezing me. I was locked down. That was not fun. Corey got his magnetic PEI bed. I like my PEI. I love the PEI sheet. Shout out to both Corey and Papa Bear if we can. Mods. Need to make sure the concentric nuts are aligned. It's true story. True story. Used up my bits last night. No worries, Corey. Tactile, the filament we're giving away on Monday is Polymaker. We're giving away Polymaker filament on Monday. And then on Friday, these are every Monday, every Friday. Just mark my word, every Monday, every Friday. Hey, Simplicity. Hello. Every Monday, every Friday. Monday, Polymaker Monday. Friday, Printed Solid Friday. So Polymaker, Printed Solid. And we're working on other giveaways for everybody as well. Not just filament stuff potentially, but we're gonna try to spread our wings, if you will. The wings. On the wings. Good wings. Not gold wings. That's motorcycle. Yeah, this is, I gotta say, this for never really having printed too many containers, this one's kind of fun. So I'm gonna set this after we get it. I gotta grab a screenshot. Give me a second. I don't know if Kurt is here. Let me turn off the elements. Is there a Sprouts Farmers Market? Sprouts? Possibly. Although I don't... I'm not sure. If so, it's not like incredibly close. I think I've been to one like once. So there is... I don't buy organic. I buy what's on sale. Whatever's on sale is what I buy. Like that's pretty much what I buy. That's the beginning and the end of it. You don't know why you're having a giveaway. You have to send it anyway to me because I always win. Well, Tactile, we'll see. You didn't win the other day. We gave away filament on Monday. Picked up a bag of plantain toast stones. I don't even know what those are. See, Aranella, you and I get along swimmingly. Like, what am I eating? I'm eating whatever's on sale. I'll put it this way. Like, I've got, like, hot dogs, right? Vegan hot dogs. I got for, like, $2.50 for a package. Like, they're down from, like, $5, marked down for $5. And I got those because they were, the only reason I got them was they're on sale. I wasn't going to buy them just because. That'd have been a little pricey, but like $2.50 for a package of vegan hot dogs? Yes, please. Oh, plantain chips. I enjoy plantain chips. I gotta be careful with them, but I do enjoy them. Corey says, no, Matt, you don't win. Lou wins and you steal. Oh boy. Do vegan hot dogs have to be refrigerated? Yeah. I mean, they don't have any animal products, but you still gotta refrigerate stuff. You can still, anything that's not refrigerated, or hell, even when it is refrigerated, can still grow bacteria. Lots of food you have to be careful with. I'm glad that I don't have to stress out about too many of those things. Now, there's for this particular container, there is a Rebel insignia container that I would also print. But I'm going to see if Diana likes this one specifically first. The silver one, right? To see if she likes the silver one. And I may do the Rebel one to go with it. It was rigged and you let them win? Well, Tactile, at least you can be honest. Just have to watch how much fat is in it. No gallbladder. Oof. I actually, I knew someone who did not have a gallbladder. I didn't realize that fat was a thing they had to watch. Or at least they didn't note that with me. Interesting. Palpatine's 420 stash box. I hope not, Papa Bear. I hope that's not what it turns into. But I mean, it seems like, bands or clips, something small could work out. Theoretically. Hopefully it isn't ruined. I hate printing things that get ruined. Like, no. But I love the filament. This Polymaker silver filament is just, it's breathtaking. It's so metallic. It's so metallic. Bile from gallbladder breaks down fat. Okay. No gallbladder, fat and fiber. Really? I knew someone very well who never mentioned that. Ever. Wow. Kind of makes you wonder. Then again, that person I'm talking about wasn't very forthcoming with many details about their life. Sorry, not lives. It was one individual. Oh, do we have a charade? Do we have 2 charades? Oh my god. No, that's not a charade, Liz. I can't do that. All right, so we'll do this other charade. 4 words, TV show. I guess we have a charades. 4 words. First word. Remember, 4 words, TV show. First word. Not muscles, but not strong, but this is the key. This is the linchpin. Like, this is the key word in this. If you get this word, you'll get the rest of it. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to get this. All right, so let's move on to the next word. Second word. Keep guessing. Not expressions. What am I... You're not getting the first word or the second word. Hang on just a second. Arkham TV's asking a question. What can I use to get sanding scratches out of a 3D print? Ooh. I don't know if I have the direct answer, but it could be a fine grit sandpaper, possibly? What about a fine grit sandpaper? Like a wet type of sandpaper, Arkham TV. Someone else may have like a different idea, possibly. Not the mask. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a charades here. Arkham TV. But if anybody knows how to answer Arkham TV's question, please respond. He needs the help. Thank you, Breaking Oz. I appreciate all your support. All right. So, well, you didn't get the first one. You didn't get the second one. How can I do this? First word. Yes! Stone Monkey Research. Mighty Morphin. I was morphing. That was my morphing. And this is my mighty. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Aranella asks, is that filament stronger than the other one? No, not necessarily. I wouldn't say stronger. I mean, this, I don't imagine this is going to break. Solid infill, or solid enough for what it needs to be. Didn't need that much infill. It's a silk filament, so it would be theoretically weaker, but I don't think it's going to be an issue with this. I was like, wrestling creepers in space. Good guess, Hostaris. Pretty good guess. That would have been a good show. Wrestling creepers in space. Silk filament is structurally much weaker. Yeah, but this just doesn't feel like it's going to be weak. Just looking for a pretty silver for a display saber. This silver is spectacular. It is, and I'm telling, it's like a white silver, not like a yellow silver. It is silver. The seam, I could have painted the seam differently, but it worked out really well. Copper silk is even more gorgeous. Corey, that's going to be the next one I'm moving on to. I'm moving on to copper, I think, after this one. Or for at least for the Polymaker. I'm going to be printing with printed solid here, at least this coming Friday when we're giving away printed solid filament. So I'll be doing that. I'll be doing it. Do it. Indeed. I don't know if anybody had an answer specifically apart from a finer grit sandpaper from Arkham TV. Did anybody else have any suggestions? All you other 3D printer people? You may have had a suggestion. You're printing another dragon in magenta silk. Is that what you were working on earlier with all those polygons, Papa Bear? I haven't done a dragon. I'm very lucky that Ian Douglas... I'm very appreciative, extremely appreciative that Ian Douglas sent his those dragons our direction. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done a dragon yet. So thank you, Ian. We have them. We still have them. Jedi loves them. We probably need more dragons now because we got the 2. Right? I like the glow-in-the-dark one. She likes the colored one, but I like the glow-in-the-dark one. I don't have a heat gun. Really? Well, no, I don't have a heat gun. I don't gloop either. You've not really finished any prints to that level? I definitely haven't. That's for sure. Matter Hackers makes good silk filaments. Silver and copper are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. But I can tell you that the Polymaker silk filament that I've used now is definitely a lot more seemingly structurally less brittle or fragile than the Matter Hackers one that I've used to this point. The Gerpel was a lot more fragile. This feels a lot more solid. The Polymaker silk, a lot more solid. A lot. I have no 3D gloop. I know they exist. I've never reached out to them or anything, but they may make some interesting giveaways too. Oh, 3D gloop would help fill the scratches. Oh, okay, there you go. Arkham, if you're still there, Corey's got the suggestion that 3D gloop could help. You still there? Did I lose you? I think I lost him after the charades. Oh, he's only doing charades. I'm going to leave this bozo. There are other people to watch on Twitch. Other people that can answer my question. Because my name is Arkham. And I don't have time for such frippery. For sanding prints, probably 220 and progress higher, smoother as you go. Oh, you're here? Okay. Well, don't ever call me boss. Don't. Like, I was a boss at one point. I was a manager. I owner of a company. Owner of a lonely company. Owner of a broken company. Much better than the owner of no company. I was kind of a boss. Can I link to what I plan to have printed? Absolutely, Aaron. I'll give it a go. Go for it. And thank you for asking for permission. Quantum's kind of different from the regular silks. Yeah, Silver Sunbeam. Very, very structurally, weaker in general. Sandable primer would be better. Okay, good to note. Lord Corvax's lightsaber. Vader Immortal. Silver and gold. See, are they just giving it to you, or are they giving you the model? Oh, cool. Wait, they're just giving you the model. Yeah. That's cool, though. That's a cool lightsaber. See, I would commission that I would have somebody else print that for me. I don't know if I would print that myself, Aranella. Silver Sunbeam's absolute favorite silks are Polyalchemy Elixir. Haven't tried it. Hard to come by now? Yeah, haven't tried it. Many options for you, Arkham, though. Many options. Oh, you're having someone print it for me? Yeah, see, the complex, the simple fun stuff, these trinkety things, I can handle, right? You know, the protocol droid figurines and what have you. In fact, did I do a screen grab of that? If not, give me a second. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, 1 moment. I wanted to get a picture of this before I place the C-3PO. It looks like it's this is a protocol droid. This is a low poly C-3PO that I wanted to do. 3D gloop. Yeah, see, I don't have I know Loyal's been doing things with 3D gloop. I just use regular old glue when it comes to glooping. I should probably look into 3D gloop, huh? Did I do any of the Trooper Bunnies? I did one Trooper Bunny and the Vader Bunny. I did both. Here's the Vader Bunny. The Trooper Bunny is elsewhere in the house. But there's the Trooper. So I did it, of course, in the silver. Because to me, the silver is just so clean. I mean, it's just I don't know. There's just something about it that's it's timeless. It's classic. I like neutral colors, though. I like the neutral colors. 3D Gloop would be an expensive option to smooth out print. Oh, okay. I haven't priced it yet. I just go with like spot glue, right? I think it'd be easier to just print it all in silver and paint the gold details. Possibly for that lightsaber. That's what it seems like. Like plastic model cement for PLA. Yeah, see, I don't have it. I probably need to get some 3D glue. Probably. I'm probably going to just give me time. Everybody, just thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for listening to me. Do this, that, and the other thing. And tripping my way through the this myriad, this maze of this maze of a mess, for the lack of a better word. I'm gonna do something here. I've had an amazing time, y'all. I had such a great time tonight. I love waxing nostalgic. I love talking retro. I love talking about yesteryear. It is like one of my favorite things to do. So thank you for entertaining me. Thank you for keeping me entertained. Thank you for being there. Yeah, no problem, Hostars. Sorry I don't have any direct link to them. Just tell them, hey, I found out about it through Chris Perillo's chat. Maybe I'll be on their radar at some point. I know, Mighty Bean. How's that for timing? I've been up for a bit. 2.5 hours. So I have no experience with 3D Gloop. If you know someone at 3D Gloop, just pass them along. Say, hey, we need to talk to Chris. He might need you. XTC 3D. I just use Gorilla Glue. That's what I do. Paxi Prime, been nice to hang out. Hey, I'm here. Paxi, and I know life gets busy. Life gets in the way. We didn't quite meet our sub goal for tonight. It was pretty quiet, relatively speaking, but thank you again for tuning in and listening. As I mentioned on Friday, we got the filament giveaway. I'm going to be... I would like to raid Shannon again, Subsector 3D. She's 3D printing Star Trek stuff, of course. But she's been trying to get a follower goal. She's been trying to get to 180 followers, and I feel like y'all might be interested in following her. She's very chatty. She's extremely supportive. She's cheered and she's gifted subs, and she's been amazing. Shannon here in this channel. So I want to return that favor. Absolutely. So she's streaming right now, and I don't know if we have too many other options to jump back there. I don't know who Kenda is, Liz. But I'm thinking I would like to raid Shannon because she's been incredibly supportive. Who's Kenda? This is the first I've heard of Kenda. Who is this Kenda? Her name is Kenda. Subsector 3D? Did I say Shannon? I'm an idiot. If I said Shannon, I'm an idiot. I said Shannon, I bet, didn't I? I was so confused. I know, I'm like, no, I know Shannon. Why was I thinking Shannon? I was thinking 3D printing, right? How's that for branding? How's that for branding, Shannon? I mean, one day someone's going to call me loyal and mean it. Not an idiot, human. I am a human. Well, that's okay. I almost did it again. She said that Star Wars was her favorite thing the other day, and I clipped it. It was really funny. She had a brain bloop as well. It's pretty funny. You just assume Subsector's name. No. There's only one Shannon. There can be only one Shannon. Kenda is Subsector 3D. Shannon is S. Rona 58. There can be only one. It was definitely an ID10T error. Because of the Focus FB group. Of course, she's very active there. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I want to give Kenda a boost, a.k.a. Subsector 3D. Thank you, everybody, for the raids that we got tonight. Thank you for hanging. It made all the nostalgia tripping. All of it. I love chatting. All the old stuff. I love going and tripping down memory lane with everybody here. Love it. I look forward to this time of night. This is like my time that I would normally spend. Granted, I don't really hang out with people in the evening. Like, we'd go, let's grab a brewski, right? But this is as close as I get to, hanging out with friends over a beer and geeking out with people. This is it. This is my time with you. This is my time that I'm happy to spend with you like I would with friends. So thank you for being there. I'm not calling you a friend. I'm not going to go that far, but thank you for being there, and thank you for listening, and thank you for interacting, and thank you for making the conversation lively, and thank you for keeping me entertained as much as I may have kept you entertained. Happy to host these conversations. Very happy to host these conversations. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the force be with you always. Like I said, Mondays and Fridays, we're giving away filaments here. Fridays coming up right around the corner. Not too long. Giving away some printed solid filament in, I don't know how many hours it is from now. Less than 72? No, we're not quite at Wednesday. We're not quite. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Cannot wait. It's going to be a busy day at work for me. It's going to be a jam-packed day at work for me. It's going to be a fun day at work for me. But I can definitely look forward to chatting with y'all tomorrow. So Kenda has been looking for followers. She's been looking to make that goal, so I want to try to push her over that. I'm very happy to help fellow streamers, fellow supporters hit their goals when I know they have those goals. So that's her current goal, if you're not already following her. Subsector 3D, like I said, a very supportive individual of this channel. Did not mean to call her Shannon. Where did I get the thought that she was also named Shannon? I am an ID10T. All right, here we go. Tuscan rating. See everybody tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Again, we may wax nostalgia. We may go retro. We may talk nostalgia. You never know. Gonna Tuscan rate now in 3, 2, 1. Shannons are awesome. Let's surprise her. She's gonna be so surprised. All right. Why was I thinking she was Shannon? Oh, I didn't say Perillo Raider. There we go. I forgot to tell everybody to use the Raider emotes. Oops.